Not long ago I got a comment on one of my videos asking me to check out the Amalix Jump. Instantly I was curious because I hadn't heard of this mechanic, so after a quick Google search, I found this. So you're probably asking yourself these questions. What is this mechanic? Where did it come from? And is it actually any good? Well, we're going to answer all those questions, starting with where it came from. Well, our story begins in late 2018, where this clip by Helvetia Gaming surfaced. This was what was dubbed the Hell Jump, and essentially the Hell Jump would allow you to jump off the ground and gain a flip reset, which is the same concept with the Amalix Jump, where you are jumping off the wall and being able to keep your flip. The only problem with the Hell Jump was the fact that you would use a lot of boost, and this stopped it from being a viable mechanic in game. Fast forward in a year, and this clip surfaced on YouTube. This was dubbed as the Wave Jump, and essentially uses a similar concept to both the Amalix Jump and the Hell Jump, where you are jumping on your front wheels and popping your car backwards. Although very similar, the main difference between the Hell Jump and the Wave Jump is the speed at which you're able to perform the mechanic. As you can see, the movement of the Wave Jump is a lot quicker, and this makes it more viable in game. However, in saying that, it still uses a lot of boost and is probably not as practical as simply going up for a normal aerial. And as you would have noticed, this has been a common theme with the mechanics we've discussed so far, and also mechanics like the Cristo jump, which source inspiration from this mechanic. But this changed in early 2021 when Halfway Dead posted this video on YouTube. In this video, he described what he called the curve dash, and essentially the curve dash was a mechanic that allowed you to gain a boost of speed off the curves near the wall. Now, what you'll notice is that the way the car pops upwards is exactly the same as the Amalix Jump, where your car pops off the wall and is able to get a flip. And in the case of the curve dash, you're able to use this to gain speed on the ground. This is also a similar concept to what would become the wave dash and the zap dash. And as we know, those are both used all the time in game. So finally we have something that's practical that can be used in game. But it's not quite like the Amalix Jump. In fact, all the mechanics we've discussed so far don't look like the Amalix Jump. Well, this all changed in late 2021, where this clip shocked the Rocket League community. And this is the Lix Jump. As you might have already guessed, the Amalix Jump and the Lix Jump are extremely similar mechanics. In fact, the Amalix Jump is a refined variation of the Lix Jump. So what's the difference between the two? Like the mechanics before it, it has serious weaknesses to it, which stops it from being actually used in game. The Amalix Jump, however, has been refined to get rid of these. So let's identify what the Amalix Jump does compared to the Lix Jump. Well, for a start, you'll notice that the jump on the Amalix is a lot quicker than that of the Lix Jump, and the jump is held for longer. In fact, you shouldn't actually be able to see your wheels lift off the wall. Another key difference that Amalix has also pointed out is that you have to flip straight to the side rather than diagonal flipping, which is what you would have to do with the Lix Jump. And this stops your car from pointing in a weird direction afterwards. Another major adjustment is also using your air roll to steer your car towards the ball, which stops your car veering off weirdly in the air, as we can see with the Lix Jump. If you're curious about the specifics of these adjustments, I would highly recommend checking out the original Reddit post by Amalix. And as you can see, the result is basically a seamless, almost invisible Lix Jump, which is quicker, faster, uses less boost, and is more viable within a game scenario. But wait, is it actually more viable in a game? Well, I wanted to point out that while this mechanic seems to have a lot of promise, there actually hasn't been any in-game clips of this specific variation being used. Until that happens, there are still some question marks over how viable this is. As well as this, another question mark over this mechanic is the name that's been given to it. As Amalix has pointed out, they believe that these variations warrant a new name for the mechanic. And if you've watched my previous videos around new mechanics, you'll know that this can be a touchy issue in the community, and ultimately it's going to come down to whether you think this mechanic is new or not. And in this video I've outlined the history behind this mechanic and mechanics that are similar to it, but ultimately it's up to you as to what you think this should be named. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you want to see more Rocket League content like this, feel free to like and subscribe, and feel free to check out my new Discord server where you get the latest updates on my videos, as well as getting the inside scoop on everything to do with my channel. This is mouldyshoe. Thanks for watching.